This morning, I did a video on how to increase willpower, and my answer was improve your health. Well, if you've known me for a while, if you train with me, you know I like to say things that make people think for themselves and kind of, mess with their head a little bit. So this obviously stirred up a little bit of, I got a few messages to say the least. Let me talk to you about my thought process on this. First of all, we have to kind of understand how the human is designed. We are designed to basically eat as much as we can and do as little as we can because we developed in a world, evolved, whatever word you want to use, in a world where food was scarce and you had to work hard for your food, okay? We now live in a world where there's a ton of food, okay, and we don't have to do anything to get it. So it's the opposite of the way we evolved, right? And the food companies know this, and the food companies know exactly the right combination of carbohydrates, fats, salts, flavors, like Doritos. They know that the exact combination of flavors is going to override your brain and make you just eat more and more and more. It's like if you're eating ice cream, if you're in an eating contest and you eat ice cream, and you're starting to get full on ice cream, if you eat some salt, like a French fries, it'll override your neural regulation of appetite. You'll be able to eat more of it. So one, the food companies know that. The tech companies also know how our dopamine system works, and that's why it's so hard to put the phone down. So our world is designed to turn us into this mindless consumer, right? So how does getting healthy relate to this? So let's look at like Navy SEALs, okay? You've got these really strong, high-willed, strong-willed people, right? And when they go into buds, the whole goal of the Navy SEALs buds is to break them down and to see who loses will first, correct? And how do they do that? Sleep deprivation, working them out till they're exhausted. And my points being, you've got some of the strongest, fittest, most high willpower people in the world, and they're able to break them through sleep deprivation. Now, the average American today is sleep deprived. They eat garbage. They're on their screens all day because they're addicted to the phone. So people will say, "Well, I don't have the willpower to stop or to regulate what I'm eating." And the key to breaking free from that is to improve your health by doing things like going outside 3 times a day, installing these habits to, like, one, get your sleep in order. If your sleep's in order, you're gonna sleep deprivation totally affects your ability to make good choices, your willpower. You're going to be more obsessive compulsive. I mean, you can go into the research on sleep, and if you're getting, most Americans are getting horrible sleep for months and months and months, years and years and years. And then they live in this world where the food companies know exactly what combination of foods to eat, so you can't stop eating them. And then social media is designed to keep you flipping through there, which disrupts your sleep. So if you want to overcome all that and be able to make better choices for yourself, you have to improve your health. And the first step to do that is to improve your sleep. That's why I always recommend walking outside 3 times a day for 10 minutes. And then once you have that habit down, it's going to be easier for you to say no to the Doritos, no to the chips, make better choices instead of the chips. Maybe you eat, some protein or something like that. But my whole point of the post was, if your health sucks, you're sleep deprived, you're in a bad place, you're exhausted, you're working 60 hours a week, it's going to be very easy for you to medicate yourself with alcohol, chips, whatever else, and you're not going to have any willpower at all to basically make a better choice because you're basically exhausted, right? You're worn out, you're sleep deprived, you're inside all day under fake lights. So the step from breaking free from that cycle is getting healthier so you can make better choices. And once you're healthy, it's a lot easier to say, no, I'm not going to eat those chips today. And if you do, you can put limits on it. Whereas if you're exhausted, sleep deprived, in a bad place, before you know it, it's 1 bag, 2 bags, and you just don't have the willpower just to stop. And if you're healthy, if you're in a good place, you're getting your sleep, if you're eating good food, it's going to be much easier to make good choices. That was the whole point of the post.